Welcome everybody to the Fertile Body Yoga Studio. We're going to move our bodies in a very mindful and fertility friendly way today. So grab what you have as far as yoga props go, but if you don't have anything, that's totally fine. And then we're going to start down on our hands and knees in what we call tabletop position. So you can come on down to the floor. And before we get started, I just wanted to say that everything that we're going to do today in this short little practice is just a taster of what a full fertility yoga class could be like. But this is good for any time in your cycle. So I will make sure that wherever you are safe, but also nurturing your fertility as you're going along in the class. So we come down onto our hands and knees. You can put something under your knees if you'd like to, if your knees are a little sensitive. And then we also have some blocks. If you don't have blocks, don't worry about it too much. And then we'll come hands right underneath shoulders, knees right underneath the hips. And then from here, just let your head drop. You may start to feel you want to move your shoulders around a little bit. So if that happens, go ahead and do so. And then as you inhale next, you'll lift your head as you start to let the belly button drop towards the floor and the sits bones go up towards the ceiling. And the front here, where the collarbones are open and spread. Cow pose, and then tucking the tailbone, starting at the tailbone, rounding under and bringing the chin to the chest, pressing your hands into the floor. And then again, start from the tailbone. So we're waking up the spine. We're also adding a little bit of movement through the pelvis, and you'll work between these a couple times. What we call cat-cow. Close your eyes. Visualize your spine moving. Visualize your pelvis rocking back and forth. And now from this cat-cow, you're going to begin to allow the body to move in any which direction that it wants to go from tabletop. So maybe swaying the hips, getting a side stretch in, doing some little circles with the hips. So again, bringing the attention to the pelvis. So we're really going to work on pelvic centric movement today. The opening of the hips and the hip flexors, which is so good for fertility. And then we're also allowing the body here to go where it wants to go. So we're not telling it where to go. We're just letting it move whichever direction it wants to go. All right, then from here, you'll stabilize the spine, put it in a neutral position, and then you'll walk your hands back and sit down. We'll only be here for a second. From here, you're gonna reach your arms forward, press into your knees, and inhale, and bring the arms up, framing the head. We're keeping the hips over the knees here as you lift your chest towards the ceiling. And then bring your hands together. And then slowly bring them down in front of your body as you lower your hips back to your heels. We'll do that a couple times. So we inhale, sweep the arms up, get a little back bend, and exhale. Sit back down. Let's do that one more time. Inhale. And exhale. Back to seated. We're going to come forward onto the blocks. If you don't have blocks, you can use the side of a table or a chair or a sofa. And then bring your right foot forward. So if you are in the 2-week wait, which we call the luteal phase, or you're stimming, if you're doing IVF or it's post-retrieval, and adding pressure to the lower pelvis just doesn't feel good, right? We're going to open up your leg a little bit out to the right side. And then you can come down. We'll ease into a little lunge here. Then come up onto your fingertips, reach the arms forward, press into your right foot, bend your elbows. It's like you're swimming, taking a big backstroke here. And then we're going to come back into the lunge. And then this time, tuck your back toes under and begin to straighten your front leg. And then come back through the lunge, reaching forwards on the inhale. Exhale, elbows bend, hips float back, arms come down, front leg begins to straighten. We'll do that 2 more times. Inhale and exhale. Last time, inhaling up to the lunge, back stroking the arms. Exhale, send the hips back. Front leg begins to straighten. And then come back into your lunge. This time we're going to shift our body a little bit to the left. So now I'm just on a slightly different angle. I'm taking both my blocks to the inside. And then take a deep breath in. And as you exhale, lower your upper body down towards the floor. And let the head drop. Here we're getting a really big opening through inner thigh of the right leg as well as the left leg. So the right knee is bent, the spine is straight, and the head can drop down towards the floor. Come back up onto your hands, and then we'll come all the way up onto the knees. So the upper body comes up, and straighten your right leg as the right hand goes down the right leg and the left hand goes up towards the ceiling. Big stretch through the left side. Take a deep breath in. And then exhale. We'll bring the hands back down to the blocks. Bend your front knee. Walk the blocks back through center. Bring your right knee next to your left. Bring the soles of your feet together. Your hips come back towards your heels. And here the knees are open. So there's less pressure on the pelvis. Lower the head towards the floor for child's pose. One or two cycles of breath, and then we'll come up. And we're going to do the same thing on the other side. So the left foot comes forward. So the left foot comes forward. Squeeze your thighs together. Pop up onto your fingertips. Reach the arms forward. Bend the elbows. Backstroke the arms. Hands come down to the blocks. Back toes tuck under. Behind you as you straighten your front leg, shift the hips backwards. And then we'll inhale. Coming up again, backstroking the arms. And exhale. Shifting back. 2 more times. Inhale. Exhale. Last time. Coming forward, reaching the arms up. Back, stroking the arms. Bring them back down to the blocks. Shift the hips back. And come into what we call half split. Just the front leg is in the split position. And then in your lunge, you'll take your blocks, bring them on about a 45-degree angle from your body. This left knee stays bent. And then the body comes down towards the floor. And if you're not using blocks, that's fine too. You can come up onto your fingertips, Maybe you don't need to go any further down, or maybe you do. Just be mindful of the spine, not overdoing it. So if we push too hard, which is our tendency as humans, we're not doing our fertility any favors. You're not going to be, the pose isn't going to help you be more fertile the deeper you go into it. So really it's all about listening to the body and giving the body what it needs at the intensity that it needs. All right, let's walk the hands back up the leg here. Straighten the left leg. Left arm goes down the left leg. Right fingers go up towards the sky. Get deep breath in. Then exhale. Lower the hand, bend the front knee. Bring your hands back down to your blocks and rearrange your body to face the front. Left knee comes back. Child's pose. Inside of the feet touches the hips. Hip back into child's. Knees are open here. You can also use blocks if you have them for your forearms. And let the head hang. And let the head hang. Inhale, lifting the head and coming back up onto the knees. So this was just a really short little taster of what fertility yoga can feel like and some basic foundational Thanks for getting down on the floor with me today and doing a little bit of fertility yoga. I hope you feel wonderful. I hope you feel a little bit looser. You can feel the energy moving through you, and that you love it. You love it as much as I do. So hopefully we'll see you on the mat soon.